Choosing the right stateroom category can make or break your cruise. If you're thinking about taking a celebrity cruise, there are many room types to choose from, and you want to make sure that your choice is best for you. In this video, we are going to take you through all the stateroom category types that celebrity cruises can offer. Welcome to Dockside Travel. I'm Chris.
And I'm Melanie. Today we are going to be talking to you about celebrity stateroom categories. Celebrity has 4 different stateroom categories, and we thought we would help you sort them out so you can book your next vacation successfully. Celebrity, like a lot of cruise lines, have 4 main room categories that you can choose from. There are your inside, Oceanview, balcony, and suite class.
And first up on the list are inside staterooms.
Yeah, so inside is exactly what it sounds like. There are no exterior windows or outside access in your inside stateroom. They can be on any deck. Typically, they may be on the lower decks, but of course, they're on the inside of the hallways on the upper decks as well. Inside staterooms tend to be priced a little bit better because they don't have that outside access. So for people who are looking for a good price point or are maybe interested in using some of their vacation money for some other things besides their room category, then the inside stateroom really works for them. Some of the pros for an inside room are that you get a really good night's sleep because you have no idea what time it is outside. And people really like that. Some people find them quite a bit quieter as well because they tend to be on those inside hallways.
I love the inside cabins. I love the darkness.
I know you do. For people who are uncertain about where they are or if they're not sure if they're going to like it, a lot of the cruise lines, Celebrity included, does have a channel, a little insider tip for you. They do have a channel which is the deck cam, so it typically is the bridge cam. So you can turn that on your TV, and then you at least have an idea if it's morning when you wake up, because of course there's no clocks in the stateroom on board a ship. The Beyond is the Edge class series, and they have a little bit of an upgraded feel to it. New color scheme, a little bit brighter, but you can see that they have all the amenities of the balcony class and on the other categories, but they just don't have that outside access.
And this is an inside single on the new Edge class vessels, something Celebrity's really trying to work on with the solo cruisers. And so it is an inside category, but it is certainly designed for one traveler.
Celebrity has really tried to capture that solo single traveler. So maybe people are traveling solo independently, or maybe they're with another group and they just prefer to have a cabin alone. One of the advantages of that is that it's priced a little differently. So you're not paying for double because cruise lines base their occupancy on double occupancy per cabin. But the inside single is a great option for people who are really looking to travel alone and still get the benefit of all the cruise perks.
And of course, the next category are the Oceanview staterooms.
So Oceanview is just that. It provides a window, but there is no exterior access, so you're not able to open that window, of course. They are, of course, on the outside, so you have an outside window. You can see the ocean from your room. They tend to be on the lower decks as well, because on the upper decks are where the balconies are. So the Oceanview tend to be on the lower decks. Some people quite like that because they're closer to the midship action. Lower decks are where the promenade and the grand foyer entrances are. So Oceanview is a really nice perk. Inside and Oceanview are often priced very close together. So if you're considering one or the other, you might want to look at both categories to see where the best bang for your buck is. Again, this is a side-by-side of the Reflection and the Beyond. So you can see different color schemes, some different amenities there, but not much. And it's a really nice option for people who feel that the inside might be a little bit too closet-like, but are not willing to pay for the upgrade, or maybe are just not interested in that exterior access to the balcony would give you.
It's good for people who want some daylight. I mean, that's the big difference between an Oceanview and inside is the daylight that you get. And if you want to be able to look out your window and see what's happening, if it's day or night, definitely. That's what this cabin is designed for. So the next one on our list is your favorite.
It is. On Celebrity, they call it Veranda, but you'll equally hear it called balcony rooms. So the Veranda/balcony rooms have exactly that. They have an outside access, so typically sliding doors on the Solstice class rooms. On your balcony, you'll find some patio furniture, and depending on the kind of veranda you're in, they could be loungers, chairs, or usually a little side table, potentially some footstools. And that just allows you a space to sit when you're outside on your balcony. If you are traveling with someone that you know and they're in the room next to you, potentially, depending on where you are on the ship, you can ask your attendant if they can move back those dividers, but that's not always possible to unlock them.
And this is just a view of the Veranda staterooms on the Reflection or Solstice class ships. Give you a little look on the inside. Very similar to the inside in Oceanview in terms of overall layout and size. The difference is you have the extra space on the outside of the room. And the next class of staterooms with verandas are on the new Edge class vessels. They're somewhat controversial.
They are. The premise from Celebrity is that the balcony area, your veranda area, is now part of your stateroom. So it actually makes your stateroom quite a bit larger. The square footage is extended because it's all one big long room, and you can opt to close those bifold doors or keep them open when and if you choose to lower that top window. So instead of the traditional balcony where it's open air all the time, this allows you to basically have a window wall that you can choose to keep open or closed, and those bifold doors open or closed. So it's basically a sunroom attached to your stateroom. So people either love it or not based on their interest in that outside area. I think you're probably not going to love it because one of the things and the complaints that comes from it is that your air conditioning inside the stateroom shuts off when that outside window is lowered, even if the bifold doors are closed.
And
Yeah.
this is just a little picture of both the Solstice class, the traditional balcony this one is the Reflection, and one from the Celebrity Beyond, just showing the
Yeah.
new version. The next thing we're going to talk about are the washrooms, and no matter what your stateroom category, they're all very similar in size and shape and layout, except for the suites, of course, which we'll talk a bit about a little later. This is one from the Celebrity Reflection, and this is one from the Celebrity Beyond. And the washrooms are all pretty standard. They have your toilet, your sink, your mirror. There's lots of great storage in here. They're not
Hmm.
the largest washrooms that you're ever going to see, but they are very well designed to make the best use of space. And the showers are actually on Celebrity cruises are quite nice for cruise ships. There's no curtain that's going to cling to you. It's actually a glass door, which is quite nice for a cruise ship washroom, cruise ship shower. Celebrity does offer some of the best at sea.
They really do. And I think you mentioned the storage as well. Across all the categories, Celebrity does a great job of really maximizing that storage space. So you can really open up your suitcases, unpack, feel like you're really at home, and have lots of space to be able to put all your belongings. There's always those extra cruise perks that people talk about, like those magnetic hooks. But Celebrity does a great job of really utilizing their whole space. So there's lots of storage in the bathrooms and in the staterooms as well.
But within the Veranda class, there are a couple of other categories, subcategories within there. And I believe you talked about the different classifications and the letter numbers. But what about concierge? That's one we hear a lot about.
Yeah, so the concierge comes with that, a concierge staff that allows you to have access to any extra things that you might need on board. So if you needed assistance with reservations, priority tender, there is a welcome lunch on embarkation day and a private departure lounge for concierge class guests.
And concierge class comes with a few added benefits. One of them is in the Captain's Club loyalty program. You earn 5 points per night versus 3 for just a regular balcony. And concierge will receive some canapes in the afternoon every day. They'll be delivered to your room. There's a welcome, usually there's some flowers and some welcome fruit and things like that are laid out for you in concierge class. The other one we wanted to talk about is aqua class, which we got to see on our last cruise.
We did. It was a special occasion cruise for us, and we really enjoyed Aqua Class. Aqua Class balcony cabins have access to a couple of different amenities on board. First, you do get unlimited access to the Persian garden area of the spa. So, Persian garden room, depending on the ship you're on, can have things like heated stone beds, which are amazing. There are saunas, heat and dry rooms, cold rooms, fancy showers, nice change rooms. So those are available to you at all times, well, during the spa opening hours when you're in aqua class. And you also get access to the aqua class specialty restaurant, which is called Blue.
And that place is spectacular. Blue is worth the price of admission alone. Having your
It
own
really
dedicated restaurant, It may tend to be on the healthier side, but the dishes were just great. I got to say, I loved every single meal that we had in Blue.
We did. It felt very intimate too because the Aqua class tends to be a lower number. It felt that you got to know the crew very well and they got to know your preferences as well. So that was a really lovely experience that if people are going to cruise on Celebrity, if you would consider Aqua class, unexpectedly, we enjoyed it way more than we thought.
We did. And the last category we're going to talk about are the suites.
Those suites do come with some perks, one of which on most ships are this retreat sun deck area. So it's an outside area exclusive to suite class guests only. You can only access it with your key card. And it's just that. It's an outside deck area. They don't have to go there, but why wouldn't you if you're in a suite class? They can go and they can hang out there. So there would be bars, dedicated service, extra amenities like that, lots of service staff, lots of great seating options, great views, and it's really a ship within a ship feel. So it's available to suite class all the time, and they can hang out there with their fellow suite class guests.
And one of the other nice features that come with the suite class, of course, is the dedicated restaurant Lumine. It's like having specialty dining for all three meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. The menu is pretty spectacular. It is fantastic. Of course, suite guests can choose to go to specialty dining restaurants if they want, but the food in Lumine itself is one of the big attractions to the suite class.
Depending on the ship that you're on, Lumine may look a little different in terms of the color scheme and the layout, but it is available to suite class guests only.
There are a number of types of suites within the suite class within Celebrity Cruise lines, and we're going to talk about just two today. The top of the line, which is the Iconic Suite, and the Sky Suites. So we'll talk about the Iconic Suites first.
So the Iconic Suite is the biggest suite on board the ship. Comes with huge amounts of space. Look at that washroom. And allows for your guests to really stretch out and really enjoy those amenities that come with being in the largest rooms at sea. Great views, great service, extra butlers, all the extra things that come with it.
And the other category we want to talk about are the Sky Suites, which are the entry-level suite in Celebrity. This one is a picture from the Edge class vessels. The Sky Suites are larger rooms than you would have in your regular Veranda class or inside or Oceanview. They do have larger sitting areas, a little larger balconies, some upgraded furniture on the outside balconies. This is a picture from the Infinity and one here from the Millennium, as well as a Sky Suite from the Solstice. And of course, all of these suites, no matter what your class, besides getting into Lumine and access to the retreat sun deck, you would also have access to a retreat lounge. And so that's our overview of all the different stateroom categories in Celebrity Cruises. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when our new video is coming out.
We have lots of planning videos on our channel, and we hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.